Rochester, Vermont, and we're staying in this Tupper Farm Lodge. Jen and I flew from California on Wednesday, and I guess we left Fort Bragg on Tuesday, drove to San Francisco that night, stayed at a motel near the airport, and then flew from San Francisco to Boston on the morning of the 7th, which is a Wednesday. And then after arriving in Boston, we rented a car and drove about 50 miles down to a place called Foxborough, where we camped the first night. For years we have wanted to come to New England to see the fall colors, and they certainly haven't been disappointing to us at all. They're beautiful. And today we're going to drive around a bit and go over some of the mountains and visit some of the little villages here in the area near Rochester. We had intended to stay the first night in the Boston area in a motel. In fact, I had made reservations from Fort Bragg, but we thought, well, why not camp? The weather's been very lovely, except for a little brief rainy period yesterday. So we camped the first night, as I said, in Foxborough, and then drove up to a place called Brattleboro, just barely into Vermont the night before last, and up here at Rochester last night. The service is very nice. We got up here about 5 o'clock in time for a shower and a bit of a nap before we had dinner, and then we visited with some of the other guests till about 10 o'clock last night. There were a couple from Sweden, a young couple and their son from Germany, and from England. So it was a very international group, so it was fun to chat with them. And we just got through with a blackberry pancake breakfast, cereal, and so it's been a very lovely time. And we'll be here, as I said, for 3 nights, and then we'll go about our camping again. These are various views around the Tupper Farm Lodge where we're staying, and I'm not sure how the colors will show up on a video camera, but we'll shoot some close-ups sometime during the day. There's another shot of the old house. These people who run the inn bought it in the early 70s, and the house was built in the mid-1800s, and they have refurbished it, and there are now 10 rooms, so they can accommodate a number of guests. We found people really decorate for Halloween, and many of the houses have pumpkins and old dry corn on their porches, like you can see this.
Here we are in the state of Vermont. I'm going to take kind of a panorama of what I'm seeing right here from the car. And a gorgeous olive. decide what to take a picture of, because behind me is just as gorgeous as the picture I just took. But the sun is shining from that direction. And here's Jay.
I have Canon camera.
This is New England's finest, right here.
Pittsford, Vermont. We had come down to this city for a church breakfast, and it was a very nice breakfast. We met a very interesting lady there and told us about the city, and this is overlooking the church graveyard back to the hills to the east of us, and some of the departed souls, former residents of Pittsford.
Help, help. Oh, are you gonna? Yeah, because I thought
This bridge has an interesting history, as you can see. Gorge. This is about 6 or 8 miles out of Woodstock, Vermont. We were driving across the bridge here a few minutes ago and was asked what was going on. And I looked at it, I was like, don't you know, this is the Kiki Gorge. So here it is. This is the Grand Canyon of Vermont. I hope the fall colors are showing up here. It's you find the church is black and white. This is the Gorge looking east. The other side is on the west side. We're here this afternoon in Sharon, Vermont, at the birthplace of the prophet Joseph Smith. We just attended church meetings a few minutes ago, and they let out, and so we walked up here to the monument which depicts the birthplace of the prophet Joseph Smith. The young lady that you see there in the foreground is my wife, Janet Rosenloff, Bernheisel at first. This is the Royalton Ward South of the church. I'm not sure what stake they're in. Here's some of the countryside adjoining the church property. I'm not sure how much they own. We haven't been able to find out. It's substantial, I guess. We drove just a few minutes ago up to Joseph Smith's grandparents' home, the Macks, and we also saw the remains of an old toll road. We're in Stowe, Vermont. Stowe supposedly is one of the more attractive towns in Vermont, and during the wintertime it's a ski area. So this is Sunday afternoon, and we decided to drive up here and look around, and that's where we are. This is a holiday weekend here in Vermont. It's Columbus Day. Monday is a holiday, unlike it is on the West. You can see several other people have the same idea as we do. You can hear the 5 p.m. bell, even though our clock here on this camcorder says 4:57. Colors are every bit as beautiful as they are in southern or central Vermont.
Oh gosh. Video? Oh. Am I supposed to look at the phone or something?
You can see the date is the 12th of October, and we're just having our last breakfast at the Tupper Farm Inn before we go out in the real camping world. I wanted to take a few
Back to the
pictures.
tent.
This is the dining room here in the old house. And The other guests are not early risers like the Bernies. Haven't gotten up yet. We're about to leave the Tupper Farm Inn. It's been a very pleasant 3 days. We've met some very interesting people and good food, very relaxing, and it's been just a really neat 3 days.